All right, this is going to be my recaps for the games over this weekend on May 4th and May 5th. We had the Cavs and Magic game 7, as well as the Nuggets Timberwolves game 1 here of the second round. So let's get started. Start off with the Cavs Magic game. Cavs end up winning this 106 to 94 to end up winning the series 4 games to 3 here. First half, it looked like Orlando was going to roll away with this game. They were up by 18 points early in the second quarter. Cavs ended up making it a 10-point game at halftime, gave them a little bit more momentum going into the second half. And then the Cavs basically rolled with that the rest of this game to dominate most of the second half, particularly the fourth quarter, or I guess the third quarter. Yeah, the third quarter they dominated 33 to 15. Really, really good look there for the Cavs to kind of turn this game around in their favor going into that fourth quarter. But the main reason for Orlando losing this game was their field goal percentage. They shot 34% from the field. Paolo was good. He had 38 points and 16 boards, but he was only a 10 of 28 shooting, which is not ideal, but it wasn't horrible, especially compared to guys like Franz Wagner, who shot 1 of 15, and Jalen Suggs, who shot 2 of 13. So those two guys there shooting a combined 3 of 28 makes Paolo's 10 of 28 look a lot better, but still, that's atrocious. You can't have those two players shooting a combined 3 of 28 from the field. And if we take those guys with Paolo and Caro, all three of them, Paolo, Franz, and Jalen Suggs, shot a combined 13 of 56. That's like 20% from the field out of your top three players. Not a good look, obviously. So definitely a problem here. Showed some struggles for Orlando in their first game 7, which makes sense. Most of these guys haven't played a single playoff game up before this series, so it makes sense for them to be, a little bad in the first game 7. But ultimately, I did see a lot of good things from this series for Orlando. That should give them a lot of hope going into next season. But yeah, this game was not the best one for most of these players outside of Paolo Banchero. The Cavs are doing pretty good. They shot 44% from the field, so not much better, but Donovan Mitchell was pretty good, 39, 9, and 5. Still 11 of 27 for him shooting is not completely ideal as well, but he got the job done. Evan Mobley was good, 11 and 16 with 5 blocks in this game. He was amazing. Max Strus had 13 points. Karis LeVert had 15 points. He was a really, really good factor there off the bench. Sam Merrill was doing really good. He only played 11 minutes, but he had 8 points, 2 of 2 from 3. I believe both those threes were in that second quarter to kind of give him a little bit of momentum, cutting that 18-point lead down to 10. Sam Merrill did a big part of that, so that was definitely helpful there for the Cavs. So, yeah, good series here. Let's go on to the Timberwolves and Nuggets game 1 here of the second round. The Nuggets lost this game 106 to 95 versus the Timberwolves. I mean, they started off really, really bad at the beginning of that first quarter and then got a little bit better and actually ended up winning the first quarter by 2 points. They were by 4 at halftime, so you're feeling good about that if you're a Nuggets fan. But the second half, it was still pretty close, but it was not kind to you particularly. Overall in this game, Nuggets shot 47% from the field and 42% on 3, which is really good. Timberwolves were 52% from the field and 41% on 3, so both teams shot really good from the field and from 3, which is good to see. But ultimately, Minnesota, Anthony Edwards is just an absolute dog. He had 43 points on 17 of 29 shooting, so really efficient there for him. Cat dropped a cool 20 points. Mike Conley had 14. Naz Reid had 16 points. I believe he had 13 points in the fourth quarter himself. So Naz Reid kind of went takeover mode in this game to give Minnesota the lead here over Denver in game 1. For Denver, they had a couple guys that were struggling. Jokic put up 32, 8, and 9, but only on 11 of 25 shooting, which for him is not very good. He was 2 of 9 on threes. I'm not sure why he's shooting 9 threes in a game. And he had 7 turnovers in this game. So his stat line was really good, but he was inefficient by his standards, and 7 turnovers is not good for anybody. Michael Porter was pretty good, 20 points, 4 of 7 on threes. I feel like he did not get the ball enough down the stretch in this game. Jamal Murray only had 17 points on 6 of 14 shooting, so he definitely did not look like playoff Jamal here in this game, which is definitely a problem. Also, not really sure why Peyton Watson only played 5 minutes in this game. He was playing a good amount in that Lakers series. He had double-digit minutes in every game except for one, and he was a really good defender in that series. So I'm not completely sure why they didn't trust him to be in this series guarding, a guy like Anthony Edwards who just put 43 on their heads in game one. I would expect to see more of P. Watt on Anthony Edwards in game two, which is tonight. That's all I got to say about this one. So I'm going to look back here at my first round predictions as well as give you my second round predictions as well. So for the first round, I got every single series correct. But my games were not correct. I had the Thunder winning in 6, they won in 4. I had the Mavs winning in 7, they won in 6. I had the T-Wolves winning in 6, they won in 4. I had the Nuggets in 6, they won in 5. I had Celtics in 5, they did win in 5, so I got that right. I had Cavs in 6, they won in 7. I had Pacers in 7, they won in 6. And I had the Knicks in 6, and they won in 6. So all my first round predictions were correct. So I'm just going to roll with my original second round predictions that I posted in my video. So, if you forgot what those are, I have the Thunder winning here in 6. I have the Nuggets winning in 7. I have the Celtics in 5, and I have the Knicks in 6. Those are my original predictions. I'm gonna go and just roll with that for now. I definitely feel like the Thunder over the Mavs is a good pick. I feel like that's going to be a very fun series. It's going to be all dependent on, if Luka wants to, shoot 40% from the field and 25% on threes in this series. Because if he does that again, they're not beating OKC. Nuggets in 7, they lost game 1 here, but still definitely feel like this series could go 7 games, and Denver could win that one there. Celtics in 5. I think they're certainly a lot better than the Cleveland Cavaliers team, especially if Jared Allen's going to be missing any games there. I think Cleveland could steal a game or two, but yeah, Boston's winning that series. I have the Knicks in 6 over the Pacers. That should be a fun series, but I think New York is better, and they don't have an answer to stop Jalen Brunson. But yeah, that is going to be the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check back later for some more recaps, and make sure to check out my NFL and UFL videos as well.